Is your game always feeling just a little off? Like your aim is floating? Like your mouse is swimming through water instead of cutting clean lines across your screen? That's called input lag. And today, I'm going to show you a powerful method to reduce it dramatically. This guide is designed for serious FPS players who want more consistent aim, tighter mouse feel, and a more connected experience. By the end of this video, you'll know how to properly tweak your Windows system to improve mouse input without extra software. What is input lag? Important. This guide is meant for players using 1080p Full HD monitors for both Windows desktop and in-game resolution. If you play CS2 or other games in 2K, 4K, or ultra-wide resolutions, this fix won't be effective and might even introduce more input lag due to engine scaling quirks. Also, if you haven't already turned off things like enhanced pointer precision or optimized your mouse settings, I recommend watching a basic setup video first. But if you've already done the usual tweaks and still feel off, this is the next level. Step by step, how to reduce input lag via registry tweaks. This process removes legacy or conflicting monitor configurations that Windows has stored over time. By standardizing these settings, you force consistency across all display profiles, helping your system deliver more stable frame rendering and reducing input delay, especially important for competitive gaming or high refresh rate monitors. Step 1. Open Registry Editor. Press Windows +R to open the Run dialog box. Type regedit and press Enter. If a user account control prompt appears, click Yes to continue. You'll now see the Windows Registry Editor, which contains all system-level configuration data. Optional, but recommended, before making changes, create a registry backup. Click File, Export, choose a safe location, and give it a name like monitorbackup.reg. Select All under Export Range, then click Save.
2. Navigate to the Monitor Configuration section. In the left-hand sidebar of the Registry Editor, expand the folders in this order. Inside the Configuration folder, you'll see multiple folders with long alphanumeric names like AB123, etc. Each represents a monitor profile, real or virtual, that Windows has stored. These profiles accumulate over time if you've ever connected a different monitor, used remote desktop, or changed resolution settings. 3. Identify your main monitor. Expand each folder one at a time. Inside, you'll see subfolders named 00 and 0000. Select each subfolder and check the values in the right-hand pane. Look for the following two registry entries, primesurfsize.cx and primesurfsize.cy. If these values are primesurfsize.cx equals 1920 and primesurfsize.cy equals 1080, then you've likely found the profile corresponding to your current active monitor. Some folders may be labeled with simulated or contain non-standard resolutions like 1366 by 768 or 1280 by 1024. These are virtual or outdated profiles. Ignore or prepare to delete those later. For ultra-wide or 1440p users, match your actual resolution instead of 1920 by 1080.
4. Standardize every monitor config. Go through every folder under Configuration, and in both 00 and 0000 subfolders, make the surface size match your main monitor. Right-click the entry for primesurfsize.cx and click Modify. Enter 1920 or your actual width. Do the same for primesurfsize.cy and enter 1080 or your actual height. If those values don't exist, right-click empty space, select New, dword 32-bit value, and create them manually with the correct names. Then double-click and set the correct value. This tricks Windows into treating every profile the same, even if it once belonged to a different monitor or connection type.
5. Create the stride value. In each 00 and 0000 subfolder, right-click an empty space and choose New D-word 32-bit value. Name the new entry Stride. Double-click Stride, set the base to decimal, and enter the value 7608. This stride value represents memory alignment for a 1920 by 1080 frame buffer. If you're using a different resolution, use a calculator to match your own stride. Stride equals width times 4 for 32-bit color depth. Example, for 2560 by 1440, the correct value would be 10,240. If the stride entry already exists, simply double-check that the value matches your actual screen width times 4. 6. Double-check all entries. Go back through each monitor folder and confirm primesurfsize.cx matches your width, primesurfsize.cy matches your height, and stride is calculated correctly. If you accidentally misconfigured a profile, fix it now before restarting. Be especially careful not to leave any incomplete entries, as Windows may reinitialize them at boot time, undoing your tweaks. 7. Clean up old monitor drivers. Press Windows key plus X, then select Device Manager from the list. Expand the Monitors section. Right-click any non-active monitor or duplicate entries and choose Uninstall Device. Also uninstall your current monitor. Don't worry, Windows will reinstall it automatically. If your screen goes black briefly, just wait a few seconds. If it doesn't, reboot manually. Once back in Windows, power cycle your display by turning it off and back on via the physical button. This final step helps Windows initialize a clean configuration without referencing old profiles. Done! At this point, your Windows monitor profiles have been cleaned, standardized, and optimized for input consistency. Open your favorite game, or even just move the mouse on your desktop, and you should instantly notice that it feels tighter, snappier, and more predictable.
Unique tweak: disable Windows Display Calibration Loader. This scheduled task reloads ICC color profiles every time you log in. While meant for display accuracy, it can interrupt or delay full-screen transitions, especially during game launches or resolution switches. On lower-end GPUs or when using certain overlays, this process can subtly affect input timing or responsiveness. How to disable it? Press Windows plus R, type tasksched.msc, and hit Enter to open Task Scheduler. In the left sidebar, go to Task Scheduler Library, Microsoft, Windows, Windows Color System. Locate the task called Calibration Loader. Right-click it, then select Disable. This prevents it from auto-running every time your system starts. Optional: extra cleanup step for stability. Right-click it again, choose Properties, and go to the Conditions tab. Uncheck both, start only if the computer is on AC power, and any idle-related conditions that are enabled. Then click OK and disable the task if not already done. This ensures Windows doesn't try to trigger the loader later during idle or power events. With this task fully disabled, ICC profile reloads are no longer injected into boot or login sequences, eliminating potential stutters, screen flashes, or minor input delay as full-screen apps initialize. It's especially effective for competitive games or high frame rate desktop setups where responsiveness matters. Unique tweak number 2. Set Legacy Console Mode for Command Prompt. Low latency benefit. Windows 11 uses GPU-accelerated text rendering in Windows Terminal by default. While it looks crisp, GPU output can introduce slight lag, especially when scripts or services trigger Terminal in the background. How to switch? Open Windows Terminal. Click the drop-down arrow in the tab bar, then choose Settings. Under Rendering, enable Use Software Rendering, Fallback to Warp. Click Save and restart Terminal. Optional step. Repeat for each profile, like CMD or PowerShell. Under Profile, Rendering, enable Software Rendering. This disables GPU layers that can delay input. Great for startup tasks, update scripts, or command line launchers.
That's it. You've now applied a deep system-level fix that most FPS players don't know about. One that focuses entirely on making your mouse input more consistent and responsive. Again, these changes are at your own risk. We're editing core Windows registry values and display behavior. So take your time, follow each step, and always back up your registry if you're unsure. If you found this guide helpful, leave a like, drop a comment, and subscribe. Until then, happy fragging.